So Rupert, hi, and thank you so much for having this this short conversation about the event coming up on the 25th of June in St Albans. Given your recent reflections and writings, and I know you've got a book coming out on this as well, why is this event important?
Okay. I think this event is really important because of the time that we're in. I'm talking about the immediate context of the Ukraine crisis and the broader context of the climate emergency. I think what Ukraine is doing is waking up a lot of people to the way that a lot of things are joined up together. Petrostates, neoliberal capitalism, the situation in Ukraine itself, our food supply, our energy supply, our climate at the base of it all. These things are all connected and people can see that. And it goes further, it goes right into the cost of living crisis, of course. So really what's happening is that as all these things get joined up, we need to start thinking about how we're going to create a joined up response. Because we know that the government is not going to do enough. If we look across the water to the EU, there are governments that are doing a lot better than our government. They're still not doing enough though. If we look within the UK, well, then we're moving disastrously in the wrong direction. We're not even responding at all intelligibly and intelligently to the Ukraine wake-up call. We're opening a new coal mine. We're opening a new oil field. We're getting back into fracking. We're looking at having more roads. We're building HS2. All these things are moving in the wrong direction. So what are we going to do about it? Well, we can petition the government for change. That's not really going to get anywhere. We can try to change the government at the next election. Okay, that's worth doing, but it's not going to solve the problem. Again, all that would give us was a less bad government. We need to start taking responsibility and stepping up right now, because if we don't, well, who's going to? And if not now, then when? So as I see it, what this meeting is really about is a joined up community response and understanding that communities across the country and indeed across the world are getting into this kind of space and into this kind of place now. It's what I call transformative adaptation. It's not just me. This term comes from the UN, it comes from academics. There are more and more people understanding we have to adapt to the climate emergency, which is worsening by the year. We have to look to secure our food supplies. We have to start to take responsibility for that locally. So it's about that. It's about what we can do in our workplaces. It's about stepping up to the kind of challenge, the kind of invitation that was thrown down by Extinction Rebellion, by Greta Thunberg and our children, and saying, okay, so given that our consciousness has shifted, and given the way that the Ukraine crisis has shown how all these things are connected, what are we going to do about it? And what we should do about it should be at the community level, and it should be at the workplace level. It should be many other places as well, but those are two crucial areas of our lives where we have real power, where we spend a lot of our time, and where if we made the kind of change that is needed, if we started to make it from the bottom up ourselves in the right direction, and if that happened at scale across the country and across the world, well, that could start to be enough. And you know what? It is happening. It is starting to happen across the country and across the world. There are more and more people who are asking themselves, what can I actually do? And of course, the question, what can I do, is really the question, what can we do? So what we're going to do at this event is we're going to look at that in one place, in the knowledge and the confidence that it's happening in many places. And when we start to get that sense, it's what I call the moderate flank. We start to get that sense that people all over the country and all over the world are joining up in a kind of wave moving in this direction and are seeking to do that whether or not governments join them in doing it. Well, that can give us some strength and some confidence.